They don't bunch up, they don't get sweaty. Simple as that.
One of the things I noticed about my Goats grip socks is the grip runs across the whole panel, so there's no bunching or sliding in your boots.
These grip pads will help you not slip when you're going in for a tackle.
My old socks will get sweaty halfway through the game. Not with Goats grips, they stay cool and dry from start to finish.
These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there, but they still give solid protection. It's like full freedom to play a game without that clunky feeling. I used to wear bulky guards that slip down every game. These stay in place the whole time.
These shin pads are stretchy, durable, definitely not be ripping anytime soon.
Switch the Goat sleeves now. They don't slip, they don't slide, nice and snug, nice and tight.
It's crazy how light these things are. I've worn a lot of old school pads in my time, and these are featherweight and super comfortable.
Legend begins where heroes end.
Why are you still wearing those old clunky shin pads when you could be wearing these?
I used to struggle with shin guards sliding all game. These are a game changer. Put them on, you don't even notice them. They're comfortable, keep it going until finish.
It shows how fast you move on the pitch because it's stuck to the shin bone and does not slip and slide all around your shin.
No distractions, no readjusting, just focus on the match. What I like about these is you can wear them all day. Training, recovery, travel, they never lose shape. The material is soft and supportive. It's the perfect mix of comfort and performance. These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there. These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there, but they still give solid protection. It's like full freedom to play a game without that clunky feeling. Training, recovery, travel, they never lose shape. What I like about these is you can wear them all day. Training, recovery, travel, they never lose shape. The material is soft and supportive. It's the perfect mix of comfort and performance. The first thing I notice is that these guards don't move. Once they're in place, they stay there. I can tackle, sprint, or slide without adjusting them. You feel secure and locked in. My first impressions of the Goats guards, honestly, super light and super clean. Straight away, you can tell they're built to move with you. No bulk, just sleek protection that actually feels pro.
Hi everyone, happy Sunday. Big thank you for joining us for our live coaching call. I did finish the last of my training courses yesterday, hence why we had to move the session from yesterday. I've done 3 different training courses this week, including one of my first aid certificates again, which needed to be renewed. So I'm all back up to date. So big thank you for joining us today. A couple of little updates. Again, as ever, guys, you need to make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to drop a question in. Any of my players who are on the full-time program with me, as ever, guys, if you can drop in some questions for us, that would be amazing to help us keep the show going on today. And also, we are going to be covering off a couple of fun areas today as well. So we've spent a lot of time the past couple of weeks going into a lot of what we would say is serious sessions, but one of the little bits of feedback when I reflected on what we've been putting out over the past couple of weeks is we need to make sure we add a little bit of the fun stuff in there as well. So we've got a little bit of that coming up in the next 10 to 15 minutes. However, what we are going to take you through to, we've done some more upgrades and more changes, not only to the app, but also to our YouTube channel. So if any of you do go onto the YouTube regular, you would have noticed a huge amount of changes. We've spent in excess of about 150 man hours getting YouTube really up to date and up to speed. So what I will do is I will take us straight into this screen. and we will take you into YouTube. So if you come into the YouTube, obviously you'll know that we've got our home button, and on the home button it gives you a little bit of our welcome. So if you've got any live coaching calls, things that are for you, so if you've liked anything in the past, and then we've got videos and then shorts. The one area I wanted to dive into and show you quickly was the videos. So you'll notice in here now we've added about 24 new videos. So I'll give you an example, some of the videos we've got in here. Why top players scan before every touch. Top players have all these free skills. The secrets to attacking out wide. So there's a whole heap of new videos in there that we've had done for everyone. And one of my favourite ones which I want to highlight is the one at the bottom here with Yamal and myself. You're thinking too slow, here's how pros stay ahead. Guys, this is one of my favourite videos, and I was actually watching it all the way through again yesterday, and it's pretty phenomenal. But I think all the videos are really good. So hopefully, if you're looking for something to digest or to watch rather than doom scrolling on social media, and if you want to get better at your game of football or soccer, no matter where you are in the world, whatever you call it, guys, this is a great opportunity to jump in to the YouTube channel and have a look at all these new videos that we've dropped in, and hopefully you'll enjoy them all. Now, to today's session, we are gonna have a little look at some fun stuff, and we're gonna play a very short video. Now, one of the big things that we always get asked, and we've had a couple of questions in this week from, we've got quite a few parents who are volunteer parents, and they said that it's really, really hard to motivate players on a daily basis coming into training sessions. So one of the top tips that we discovered was we had an agreed 11 football challenges when I was at Leicester City, and they were all done on a deck of cards and they were all laminated, and the player or the trainer of the training session, so basically the MVP or whatever you want to call him or her, whoever trained the best or played the best in the last game, got the girl of the match or the man of the match, we'd let them choose in the next training session what would be the first fun football challenge that they could choose. Now, the idea behind this was, by allowing them to do a fun challenge at the start of a session, it really gets motivation going, competition, competitiveness, and it has a fun element, and it's good to see them laughing and smiling. Also, at the end of the session, if the session went well and players are listening and focusing, we would then allow another player who we thought had done the best session, put the most effort in, to choose another fun challenge to finish off. And it would be the case of shuffling the cards. They pick a card, and that would be the game we play. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you my favourite top 11 football challenges, and I will hit play. And again, as ever, take some notes, drop some comments in the comments what your favourite one is, what element you liked about it, and I'll be back with you in about 3 minutes' time. Okay, some great fun challenges in there. Now, what we used to do is as well, for anyone who's watching on in, once you've got your fun football challenges down, and you've seen there's lots of different fun challenges in there, but one of the things I wanted to cover off as well is that there was a particular challenge where the goal, it looks like there's a group of about 10 goalkeepers. I want to let you know that actually not all goalkeepers, they're all out. There's outfield players and there's only 2 goalkeepers in there. Super important for me that when you're working with a group of players, or you're working in your team as well, that we all work on agility, balance, coordination. And that also means hand and eye coordination, even if you're an outfield player. Also, it's really important that we don't forget about goalkeepers. They are one of the biggest parts of the team. And I think over the past, we tend to forget a lot about goalkeepers. So one of the things that we decided to do in 2011, when I worked on the EPPP project, was to make sure we were a lot more inclusive of the goalkeepers. But what we actually found was a lot of the sessions that we designed for the so-called goalkeepers, where we were using hands and eye and moving the ball around, we actually discovered there was lots of hidden learning in there for the players. I'll give you a great example of one of the fun games that we used to play. We used to play a game called throw, head and catch. And it was basically, the ball was always in your hands, and the only way you could move the ball forward to try and score a goal is by you throwing it to a teammate. Then that teammate has then got to head the ball, and your next teammate has got to catch it, and you've got to go in that order: throw, head, catch. Now, the other team, can they intercept? They can, but the only way they can intercept is with a header, and then one of their teammates has then got to catch it, or their goalkeeper on their team can intercept with the hands, because as in a game of football, goalkeepers can use the hands. So there's lots of different ways, but what we discovered was in that particular game, throw, head, catch, it taught us about how our players move on the pitch. It taught us how and when and if they look for space or they don't look for space. It also teaches you in a slowed down version on a small pitch. It actually teaches you in your outfield players who knows how to open up the body to receive a ball properly. And there was so much hidden learning. So the point I'm trying to get to is make sure, if you are a volunteer coach, or even if you're a player and you don't do any of these fun types of games, guys, get your coach to watch the video and get them to start sharing it. And I'll show you how you can find this particular video. I've dropped it in for you. So if I just go back into my screen here, if we go into classroom, and then if we go to the dugout, and then if we have a look at open 16 plus men's and women's, it's under the fun challenges. Okay, now it's not necessarily for 16s and men's and women's, but this fun challenge most definitely could be done with younger age groups as well. But again, some of the technical ability that you noticed on this particular video, like the heading challenge, where you can see on the top right hand picture where they're heading the ball backwards constantly, you might struggle to do that with a group of 8-year-olds. But you can make it fun. You could do it where it could be a game of like hot potato, and they're throwing the ball backwards with the hands. Maybe every second person's got to head the ball. So there's different ways you can mix it up, and you can mix it round for players. Now, what I would recommend as well is one session every couple of months. Actually lay out all of your football challenges on your pitch. And when the players turn up for training, tell them that because they've worked so hard and they've been putting a lot of effort in, we're going to have a fun session today for the next hour, and you will have all 11 or 10 challenges set up, and put the players into small groups and send them off, and every 3 to 5 minutes blow the whistle, change over, and then they move on to the next challenge. I'm telling you now, we discovered every now and again, removing all the structure, removing all the technical stuff, all the tactical stuff, and just letting the players be players. And this was even with senior players as well. Every now and again, players need a session like this just to blow off a bit of steam. And remember, when we look at our 4-corner model and we look at physical, technical, tactical, the final corner is social. this is a great way of really integrating your squad. And this is another great thing to do. If you've got a new player or 2 new players joining your players into the squad, this is a great way of getting new players straight in socially with the group as a whole. So hopefully you enjoyed that. As ever, guys, you can share it. So by clicking on the actual video, there's a little share button there, and you can then just hit share, and you're able to then share it with your coaches, with your friends, and your family members. Now, we've still got 2 more videos to get through, but before we do that, we are going to go very quickly to a short ad break, and we'll be back in a little over a minute's time.
Don't bunch up, you don't get sweaty. Simple as that.
One of the things I noticed about my Goats grip socks is the grip runs across the whole panel, so there's no bunching or sliding in your boots.
These grip pads will help you not slip when you're going in for a tackle.
My old socks will get sweaty halfway through the game. Not with Ghost grips, they stay cool and dry from start to finish.
These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there, but they still give solid protection.